Finally, the Tournament of Power Androids are coming to Global Dokkan. But should you summon? How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video. In today's video, we are taking a look at the INT Android 17 and 18 from the Tournament of Power and determining whether or not you should use your hard-earned Dragon Stones to summon for these guys. As always, when we make that determination, we take a look at three factors. Number one, the unit itself. Is the unit good that randomly changes key spheres of a certain type, INT excluded, to rainbow key spheres for 4 turns, as long as there's another Reps of Universe 7 ally attacking on their entry turn. They have attacks at 170% and defense 180%. They also get an additional 50% and reduces damage received by 30% when performing a super attack. They also have an additional attack 50% and high chance of performing a critical hit with 7 or more key spheres obtained. They are a support unit for tournament participants. They give them key 2 and attack and defense 35%. They also give an additional 1 and attack 17% and defense 18% with 7 or more key spheres obtained. So they are indeed a support unit, roughly 50%, right? You're getting a little bit different attack and defense, but it more or less equates to the same thing, right? They also get an additional 59% attack when performing a super attack, and they can foresee enemy super attack within the attacking turn if there's an ally who includes Goku on the turn. So they are very good. They are a support unit. They have a scouter effect. They have all the makings of a good support unit. It's kind of interesting that they chose to release this duo as a premium DFE, considering that they are a big, massive support unit, right? However, they do have a few other things going for them, right? They do have an active skill that can be activated when 78% or less, starting from the 5th turn from the start of battle. And it changes tech key spheres to INT's key spheres. So they create their own orbs to help them get that tournament participants passive buff. So very, very nice there. To add on to that, they have a 12 key that greatly raises their attack and defense, but they have a unit super as long as there's a Goku attacking in the same turn, and that unit super will massively raise their own attack and defense for the turn, but also buff allies for 35% for 2 turns. So very, very nice, like I said, support unit. So they are giving support through their passive to the total stats, and then on their unit super, they are giving a 35% boost to the super attack multiplier. So very, very good support unit, especially since that multiplier is for 2 turns. So honestly, if you went in on the banner and let's say you did 1 to 2 multis and you pulled this guys, probably be worth it, right? They are a great support unit. The biggest issue with them is they are held back by their team. They belong mostly to Reps of Universe 7. That's where they want to be. That's where they want to be run. However, the team just isn't where it needs to be just yet, meaning this unit will likely sit to the sidelines until the team gets beefed up, right? Had part 1 of the anniversary had been Tournament of Power, it might be in a different situation, but as of right now, this unit still needs kind of a lot to be runnable in most current content, simply because, I mean, the way you're using them, you're not using them to support the category you need them to support, which is pretty much their function. So I would say that in this case, in one very rare instance, I don't think it's worth to summon at this current time for this unit. Like I said, things would be different if part 1 of the anniversary was Tournament of Power. Now, this could change if part 2 ends up being Tournament of Power, but as of right now, we don't know that. So one of the considerations could be just wait until part 2 drops on JP Dokkan, and then you'll know for sure if it's worth your summon. But as of right now, I'm going to go ahead and say no. So that's 1 in the category of not summoning for the unit. However, these units do not exist in a vacuum. They are not alone. They are on a banner, and this was the banner on JP that they showed up on. They had the STR, Zerloin, Rabrana, and Zarabuto. Was an okay banner unit. They're not the worst thing ever, right? But you had that. You had the return of Kale, the return of God Goku. You have the return of Kid Goku, Videl, and the Kale and Caulifla. Not really that bad of a lineup. Kale is good. Kale will be getting some massive buffs during this celebration, thanks to the Universe 6 EZAs, and God Goku is, well, God Goku. And then, of course, you have Kid Goku, who is really great himself as a support unit, adding that damage reduction and all that good stuff. So, honestly, the banner's not too bad. It's pretty good, given everybody who's coming along with them. So, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and give it to the banner. I would say that the banner is worth a summon. Now, there is something you should consider about the banner, right? This is the February Dokkan Fest, meaning there's likely not to be a whole lot in our favor in terms of discounts, right? Sometimes we on Global like to get those multi-summon step-up discounts. Unlikely to be in this case. In years prior, the February Dokkan Fest has typically not had it. Kid Goku's banner didn't have it, Trunks' banner didn't have it, and many others before it did not in February. So very, very unlikely to see that during this year. Now, with that being said, I do think that we are getting, where is it here? Proton 10MG has the data download. We do see that there are Dokkan Festival tickets, which means you will be able to purchase tickets in the Baba shop to use on the banner. Now, one thing that has happened with Dokkan Festival banners in February in the past, like the Trunks Teen, you had a 20 ticket multi with a guaranteed feature. Now, it's possible they could do this. So if you're pay to play, low to play, and this is an option, I would definitely say use the tickets, but then do no more, especially since they are unlikely to have stone discounts in this situation. So pay to play, low to play players, just stick to the tickets and then steer clear of the banner, because here's the thing, this rolls us into what lies ahead. Many of these units are going to be coming back very, very soon. So we've got 1 in the category for not summoned for the unit themselves. They just aren't ready. They need more time to cook, right? They need to build that better team before they can really shine. But we do have 1 in the category for the banner. The banner is actually pretty good, and if you're pay to play, low to play, there is going to be some tickets. So all that leaves now is to look at what lies ahead. If you choose to summon on this banner, what are you giving up in the future? Well, first and foremost, you are giving up the next pity banner, the LR Ribri Ann's banner, right? This banner will return Bulma, great option, will return Kale and Caulifla, and then all of these SSRs right here, as well as introduce the new Ribri Ann. Now, this will be a pity coin banner, meaning for 200 pity coins, which equates to about 1,000 stones, plus or minus if you only used units you pulled in here to trade for coins. So 200 coins to trade for this character right here. So that's a pretty good deal. It's very, very generous. Now, if this plays out the same as Triku did, in the same way it did on JP, this will also have guaranteed featured every 3 multis for 3 rounds, right? So something worth considering. Honestly, this is probably greater value for now than the Tournament of Power Androids banner, because not only is Bulma featured, but it is a yellow coin LR that is featured, who typically may not have too many opportunities to return. So there is that some weight, but right, Ribrianne themselves, right, you're not missing anything by not having them. It's just that they are a premium unit, and the longer that goes by without pulling on their banner, the less likely you are to pull them again. Although, especially if it's not a unit like Bulma, who they know is good, and they're just going to chuck on every banner, right? So, now, if that's not something you're concerned with, the next banner we have up should be the Gohan and Piccolo. This will be the March Dokkan Fest, and this is an extremely good banner. It returns the Turles, it returns Yamcha, it introduces Gohan and Piccolo. They have an amazing banner unit in this Vegeta and Nappa. This is actually a really good banner for a lot of players, so if you were to skip androids, this would be a good place to dedicate some stones. However, there is something we need to keep in the back of our minds. The very next banner to show up after this will be the Saiyan Day banner. Now, last year's Saiyan Day banner introduced the God Goku and returned the Tanabata LR for the first time, the Vegeta and Trunks. So this year, we will have some brand new unit. Who knows what it could be? Maybe it's a new Dokkan Fest Kid Goku, or maybe it's a new Dokkan Fest Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. The banner will introduce that new unit, as well as returning the LR Super Full Power Saiyan 4 Goku. So summoning on any of the three previous banner is a give up on the Saiyan Day banner, which is on March 18th. So something you may want to consider before you hop into any of those banners. Following the God Goku, we should see the STR Super Saiyan 3 Goku banner and the Hirudegarn banner. This will be the April Dokkan Fest. Now, here's the thing about these two banners. This guy, and this guy will likely return the following month during Golden Week. Now, we have no idea what those Golden Week banners could be in May, but you can bet your butt these guys are probably going to be on it. These guys will return during the worldwide celebration, and that's only 3 months at the point that this banner shows up, so it could be in your best interest to just hold off. But if there were one value out of all of them, it's probably Hirudegarn's banner. Hirudegarn's banner has both World Tournament Goku, Piccolo, and Hirudegarn himself. Super Saiyan 3 Goku's banner, while it does have Ma Jr. on it, Super Saiyan 3 Goku himself, while good, he's another movie hero's lead, not something we really need at the moment. More teams need Hirudegarn than they do Super Saiyan 3 Goku, so something to consider there. If either one of these are characters you are concerned about that you want to pull, summoning on the androids is giving up on those banners. Now, after this, we will have the Golden Week, and then the post anniversary Dokkan Fest which is normally slotted for March on JP. We will be getting that in June, whatever that ends up being. But speaking of anniversary, right? Following June, we will see these two banners come to Global Dokkan. Some of the best banners we've ever had. It introduces Broly, who, if you guys have seen my showcase, I'll link it down in the description. He is an unyielding monster, easily gapping the best units in the game. He is just that good. This Frieza is an amazing support unit, and then on the other banner we have the LR Gogeta Blue, who himself gaps every other unit in the game, right? So summoning on any of the banners you see in front of you, to include these Tournament of Power androids, are giving up on possible summons on this when these banners come to Global in July. So definitely think you may want to hold off there, knowing that these are coming. So we have one in the category of not summon for the unit, as they do need a lot of help, a lot of work before they're fully ready to cook. We do have one in the category of summon because the banner there is quite a bit of value to the banner, and even more so with the fact that for you pay-to-play, low-to-play players, there's a good chance there is tickets, maybe even guaranteed featured tickets based on previous years. And then finally, we're going to have to say there's a no in the category of summon based on what lies ahead. I'm sorry, guys, but knowing how good this LR Broly is, I cannot in good faith recommend anyone go all in on any other banner until this guy shows up. Obviously, summon for your favorites, but keep this guy in the back of your mind because he is literally the best unit in the game on on JP right now. So you should want to save for him when he comes to global. So I will not be doing a tiered recommendation based on our three categories. We have a recommendation of not summon on the tournament and power androids. I will not even be summoning myself outside of maybe one lucky YOLO if we're feeling it, but otherwise we will not be doing dedicated summons for them. We will be saving our stones for Gohan and Piccolo and then Saiyan Day. So anyways, guys, that is the video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let me know, will you summon for the androids? If so, let me know why. What about them makes them interesting to you, right? You should always want to summon for characters you will enjoy, and if these are that, please let me know why. If you're not going to summon, what is your current stone count and who will you be summoning for next? Let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching and aloha.